Yeah, nay, it's no big deal.
It's in there, but
What is it?
it's in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere.
Must have been sleeping on the job too much.
Hey, that tends to happen, man. How about you, Dan? What's your understanding of it? We all have our various perceptions and understandings of everything in life, so there's really no right or wrong, right?
Well, as far as power goes, you got your Fajin and you have external power, which usually comes from your muscle tone and your body, the mechanics, and internal power. That would be the addition of chi to augment the movement.
Absolutely. I like that. I like that explanation. You guys hear that, young nuts? Are you still around?
We're still here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I couldn't see you. I was wondering if your dad could chime in, but it looks like he's working with somebody at the moment. Let me take a quick sip here. Then I'll piggyback off of what Dan said. So basically, Dan is saying that the external would be more dealing with our musculature, right, and our physical frame.
Oh, yeah, it's like in push hand, you've got Li, which is physical force, versus Pong or G.
There you go. I knew you would remember it.
You can't put me on the spot.
Hey, life is on the spot, my brother.
Yeah, life is living on the spot.
That's why we're here, to learn how to be on time. Always on time. Yeah. Actually, I used to be the same way, and I found out over the years, somehow now, I prefer being impromptu as opposed to like preparing to go do some great lecture or whatever. I just like to show up and just spit it out. Now, of course, that comes with a certain level of understanding and probably years of practice.
Yeah.
Years of exposure to whatever it is. We're all good at whatever it is that we do. You could definitely educate me on some things, and it would be no problem for you. You could go impromptu right off top of your head, no big deal. And Dan could definitely do the same. Comes with age and wisdom as well. So, in regards to dealing with internal, external. So, first of all, I'll be honest with you. To truly develop internal skill, it takes a long time. And that's for most people. And there's a number of reasons for that, a number of different reasons, I would say. Number one is the lifestyle. Current day life is very stressful. So having stress can impede that progress and access to those internal skills. Too much muscular tension, as you mentioned before, could also impede that. So that's why we get into the idea of releasing and letting go, so we can get rid of some of that stress. Dawa, you had anything you wanted to add in regards to internal, external? How would you describe that to somebody, a layperson?
I kind of have to agree with what everything was said.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I thought they hit it right on head. So, if you think about like a newborn baby, like when they're first born, I don't think they have very much stress. Just, it's probably our most natural form of being. The body is still nice and limber and pliable, and you don't have much of a conscious mind at that point. It's mostly subconscious, and we don't have a lot of stress. So we want to. They say, how can you be like a newborn baby again, or how can you basically reverse the process of time? How can we go back? And one way of doing that is by doing our practice. We go back in time, and there's specific methods to help us do just that. So if you compare a younger person to an older person in regards to talking physicality here, bone structure, our bones tend to get a lot more brittle as we get older. Now, there's a number of reasons for that. And of course, the bones are never completely solid. There's always porous, you know, kind of like a crystal, because the bones are like crystals. But we have certain practices that can reverse that process of the bones beginning to get brittle. And the way that we do that is by engaging. Now, this is the most important part of the conversation, I would say. Engaging our ligaments. So think about the function of ligaments and the function of tendons, right? So ligaments connect bone to bone. Tendons connect muscles and bones. We're concerned with the ligaments because, remember, I just said that the ligaments connect bones to bones. So in your mind, I want you to imagine this. If we're doing a particular stretch and you have a ligament attached to one end of a bone, I'll let this represent the bone for now. My hand is a ligament, my arm. Now remember, ligaments are tough, fibrous, connective tissue. Pretty tough, like a rope. There's another one attached here. So you have these are two attachment points, right? And we're stretching. So as we stretch, believe it or not, our bones have some pliability. They stretch a little. So when we engage those ligaments and we stretch on both sides, we get a little bit of stretch in the bone. We continue to get a little bit of stretch on the bone. Now, over time, the bone will begin to become more pliable and a little bit softer, but not necessarily less dense, but a little bit more bendable. And the true power, internal power, comes from our bones. So that's how you can have somebody touch somebody really close and they go flying away, because it's the internal movement of the bones, a little bit of movement that takes place inside of the bones. So that's where the true power is coming from. So with all that being said, there's specific ligaments that we want to engage and stretch. Those ligaments are found in our neck, in our ankles, and in our wrists. Follow me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, or have it completely made no sense at all?
Well, there were or is on YouTube some tendon exercises from one of the temples in China.
You remember the name of that? Is it a set?
It is a whole set, yes.
Okay, so I'm sure that they would include some of these particular areas that I mentioned now, because
They do.
those three areas are key. So here you see that this information is probably all across the board, but a lot of people don't have access to it because they just don't know. So we've been doing a couple of exercises, and they came from Master Fang's secret Chinese exercises. So I'm going to give you a couple more details in regards to the exercises that you've already been given to help increase the effectiveness of the exercise. And one of those exercises is the one that we do when we do the neck rotations. Because remember, I just talked about the neck, right? Engaging those tendons and ligaments in the neck. You know how we do the biting the air, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to do that, but we're going to add one more step to it. Simple. So remember, we're doing biting the air, and we work in a semicircle. So we have a line dividing our head and our body into left and right hemispheres. So we're going to be breathing in through our nose and out of our mouth. But before we begin, we want to clamp down on our mandible. So you're engaging that. You're contracting your muscles in your face. Right? So now we're engaging those ligaments in our face when we clamp down. And then we keep that mandible closed and clamp down as we inhale up that midline. And now we open, and that's going to release that ligament that was engaged. And then we go through with the and then we go back to clamping it again. All right. Then you go back to clamping it again. Hold the clamp all the way up, open, and then gonna get like 9 reps in. We're gonna take it from 6 to 9. We're gonna do it on both sides, all right? So keep that in mind in regards to engaging the ligaments in the neck. And now you know the reason that we're working on those areas. Also, very important is the ankles. Super, super important. You know how to do the swaying in the wind like a tree where we roll our feet on the sides of our ankles, inside ankle, outside ankle? You want to start doing those on a routine basis to the best of your ability. And over time, your ankles will become looser in regards to the amount of range of motion that you can get going sideways, being able to turn your foot sideways so you engage in those areas more. Also, we do the dorsiflexion coming up on the ball of our feet. Plantar flexion coming up on the ball of our feet. And then the dorsiflexion lifting the toes, right? We want to do those a lot. So now we targeted our neck and we targeted our feet or ankles. And I also mentioned our wrists. You know the go away. We do that, right? You know the come here. You know the side to side. You know the palms up with the side to side. And we have circle clockwise as well as counterclockwise. And then there is the lotus palm, the lotus hand. This one. When you come here, you want to press those wrists together. Feel that. Shoulders down. So don't lift your shoulders. Shoulders down. Concave your chest. Line up the fingers. These are the exercises that were given to me to help us open these gates, open these passageways more, to engage and to stretch that muscle by engaging the ligament. Now, when you do the lotus, you want to drop down into a lower stance. You don't want to just stand up vertically erect. So if you can do a modified horse of some type or a deep horse, that is best. Because by doing so, you get to engage your tailbone. The tip of your tailbone now is involved when you drop down into that stance. All right? So that's the whole gamut of things that I've been given in regards to working on those specific regions. And remember those regions: the neck, the wrists, and the ankles. And you know exercises that can help you engage those areas. I hope that made sense to you. So let's get into it. Let's get right into it, and we're going to work on those. We're going to start off taking a couple of our regular breaths that we like to work with. And also, I want to focus on getting some sword fingers going, just to get the lungs nice and open, and then we'll jump into these exercises. Let's do that. We'll bow in first. Now go ahead and get into your ready position. Take a few breaths while you're standing in your ready position. Good to see everybody. Always good to see you guys. You know that. So simple exercises that we should do every day. Every day. So go ahead and start feeling your feet standing on the floor. Feel the bottom of your feet. Relax your feet. Relax your toes and your ankles. And then start working your way through your body. Feel up inside of your pelvis, your hips, waist. Your quadriceps need to relax. So remember, we talked about pulling your kneecaps up. Pulling your kneecaps up. Use your mind to get in those kneecaps. And let's bow and let's get into it. Take a nice breath out, sink down. Inhale, rising up. Breathing in through the soles of your feet, all the way up. Out your crown point. Chin tucked in. Nice full breath in. Bring the earth energy in, connected with the sky. And then hold on to just a little bit right inside of that left hollow fist. Cover with the right. Take a nice breath all the way in, all the way up. And then bring that into your heart. And separate. And then wash your body, your organ system inside. And let's start like always with our 3 breaths of air. Make sure the tips of your elbows are out laterally. Exhale down. Inhale. As the arms come up, be sure that your shoulders don't rise. Leave the shoulders down. We'll take a few breaths all the way up, all the way down. Rise and fall with the breath, family. Rise and fall with the breath. Encourage the circulation to come from the lower half up into the upper part of your body and vice versa. Don't lock your knees. A few more breaths. Full breath. Breathing in the nose, out of the nose to the best of your ability. Leave your mouth closed. Lips are sealed slightly, softly. Relax your face. Nice and easy. Long, slow, deep breath. Long, slow, and deep. All the way up. Imagine lifting up the earth energy, combining it with the sky right here. And then bringing that mixture down into your being, through your bivalve, your crown point, the tip of your crown point. And it travels through your body, into the earth, and it circles back up again. Just work in that breath. Let's do that 2 more times. Search inside of your body, looking for any tension that may reside inside of your body. Release that tension. Allow it to go away. We'll make this the last breath. Transitioning into another breath that's very similar. You know it already. We circle right here in front of us. Into the earth, pick it up, inhale. All the way up. Bring it up to about your throat, your clavicle level, and then sit down, press down. Follow back down into the earth. A few more times. Use your mind, travel into the earth. Working with the earth energy. Bringing it in through the soles of your feet, through the inside of your legs. The inside. All the way back down. A few more breaths. Take your time. Long, slow, and deep. Breathe at your own pace. Check your physical structure. Make sure that your crown point is extended. Make sure your chin is slightly tucked in. Your chest is softly concave, not too much, not too little. Tailbone is extended downwardly, not overly tucked. So many things. Elbows are out laterally and a little bit forward on this part. Helps get your physical structure in place, your skeletal structure. We get 1 or 2 more. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Relax your feet. Last one. We'll transition this one into our 3rd breath that we do every single lesson. Inward and outward. Hugging a tree. Inhale up to belly button, round out the arms, hug a tree and lift with your legs. Separate at the top here Imagine traveling out infinitely as you release the energy. Sink. Inhale, rising and falling. All the way up. Straighten your legs, but don't lock your knees. Straighten your legs, but don't lock your knees. Take a few more breaths. Take your time. Combine your breath and your movement. This is the perfect time to do that. Simple movement. You can work on the breath. Coordinating inhale and exhale. Exhaling as you're sinking. Inhaling as you rise. Your breath. We'll get one more and then transition into waterfall, coming up and down the midline with the waterfall. Up and down the midline with the waterfall. Focus on getting that stretch at the top. Stretching, letting your wrists pull up. Really get a nice stretch here so you can engage your spine. Right? You know at the top we're here, right? Point out at the camera. Roll around your wrists. And then pull down your midline. Pull up, stretch up. Roll it around. Exhale down. Inhale, pull. Feel the stretch here. Roll around and pull down. Let's get 3 more, just like that. Straighten your legs on the way up. Bend your knees on the way down. After we get this last one in, let's transition into our sword fingers. This is my last one. Down the midline. And circle out.
Question on the breathing on that one.
Yes, sir.
Oftentimes I find myself breathing in to about heart and then exhaling up, breathing in and then exhaling down from the heart down.
It's an option.
Okay.
Definitely an option. So if that's what you're used to doing, focus on doing the other way, so it's something new or something different, just to see how your body responds to it. All right? So here, actually I want to do this. Let's make the sword finger gesture. We'll get in 6 reps of sword fingers. Breathe at your own pace. I know we all breathe differently, okay? Focus on the tips that are involved inside of this practice, all right? The details. Stretch out laterally. Feel the stretch through your shoulders, all the way out through your fingertips. As you breathe in, look up at the sky or the ceiling. Follow your eyes back. Lift your shoulders up real high. And hold it at the top. And release the sword fingers as you make the and bring your head back straight. All right? We'll do 5 more. I'm focusing on the movement now. Nice full breaths. Here's another thing I did not mention. As you inhale, you're rising up, so once again, your legs are straightening. As you exhale, you're starting to sink, so your knees are bending. Take one breath in between. Palms up. Stretch out laterally. Inhale up. Exhale down center. 2 more breaths. Inhale up. Exhale. We'll get one more. Stretch out nice and long on the sides. Take a breath up, inhale, arms out laterally. As if you were going to push the walls away with flat palms. Pushing the wall away with flat palms. Spreading your fingers, arms stretched out, left and right. Full breath in, still stretching the space in between your fingers as well as your palm. Full deep breath. And then relax. Leave your arms extended if you can. Inhale, open. Really stretch that tissue. Still pushing the walls away. Remember, engaging the ligaments in the wrists. And then relax. Inhale, open, stretch. Check in with your torso, looking for tension in your body. Release the tension. Relax your hands. Stretch. Really stretch the palm. Push away the walls. Relax. Stretch the fingers, stretch the palm, push the walls. Relax. Check in with your body. Release any tension that may have accumulated. Let it go. Last time, stretch the fingers, stretch the palm, push away the wall. Breathe. Let the arms come down nice and slow. Cross your arms left over right. Inhale, lift up with cross arms. Exhale, separate left and right. Sink. Cross arms, right over left. Inhale, lift with the legs. Separate at the top, left and right. Sink. Cross the arms. Last time. Left over right. Inhale, lifting with legs. Separate. Exhale down. Cross the arms. Reverse the process. Down. Inhale up. Stretch out laterally, left and right with the arms extended, pushing away the walls. Open the fingers, spread the tissue in between the fingers as well as the palm. Cat claws, scratch through like a happy cat, scratching a scratching pad. And release.
Sifu,
Yes, sir.
is it normal for the tips of my index fingers to hurt when doing this?
You should be hurting and shaking all over right about now. Dig in, scratch in, going for 6. This is only 2. Dig in deep like a happy cat. And release. That's only 2. 4 more to go. Going for 6. Pushing away the wall, scratching in like a happy cat. Dig in deep. The deeper the better.
It's so funny.
And release. Halfway home, family. Don't give up on me. Halfway home. Halfway. Push away the wall. Claw in like a happy cat. Big cat. Tiger. Lion. Dig in. You should be shaking right about now. And release that tension. Let it go. Let it go in your mind. Release. Push away the walls. 2 more. We're almost there. Coming around the corner now. Scratch in. Dig in. And let it go. Relax your shoulders. The pain is not there. It's only in your mind. Last one. Push away. Your shoulders are smoking right about now.
They were smoking the first
Push away the wall. Claw in as if it's your last time you'll ever be able to claw in. Dig in. And release. Turn the palms up, inhale up. Exhale down your midline. We'll do that 3 times, all the way down. That's 1. Circle out, inhale up. All the way up, lift it up. Back down your midline. Relax your torso. Find your breath, long, slow, and deep. Nice full breath. Last one, relax your shoulders. Exhale down your midline. Very good. Inhale up. Do the go away sign. Go away. Talking to the tension. Let it go. Relax your shoulders. Get it out of the shoulders. From shoulder to elbow, wrist to fingers. Let it out. Let that tension go. All right. Turn back the fingers, the palm facing yourself. Flap that tension out of your shoulders. Let it go through your elbows, out of your wrists, and out of your fingertips. Loosen up your ligaments. Now, windshield wiper, side to side, palms down. Palms up. I call this one chop suey. Side to side, palms up. Nice and loose. And now make circles. Make circles. Reverse the circle. All right, shake your shoulders. And shake your shoulders like that. Yeah. Shake them out, shake them out. All right, how you guys feel? Take a sip of this drink. You survived it, huh? You didn't even know you had it in you there, Justin.
Barely.
Hey, let's get in our ankles a little bit. Let's get in our ankles a little bit. Justin, you survived it, my brother. I knew you would.
Now without needing a shower.
You're sweating, huh? Yeah, man, those things build up some energy, bro. Here you go. So plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Plantar flexion means toes down. So coming up on the ball of your feet while flexing your wrists, same time, engaging wrist and ankle joints, same time. Push your crown point through the roof. Relax your chest, concave the chest slightly. And then come down slow. Roll your feet on the floor. Pull your toes up. Make a fist. So this fist is straight down. So it's not engaged like this. It's releasing, okay? Make a fist. Squeeze your fist as you come up on your heels. It's easier if you find a focal point out front and then change it up again. Keep rocking those out, forward and backwards. Do a few more of those. Do a couple more. Do a couple more. Like Marcus just pulled up. Yep. Oh, girl, you didn't cut. Cut Marcus. Come on in. Cut her face. With this bone, she's throwing in this dick into her face. Get over here. A couple more minutes on the line. He just missed the best part of the class. Didn't he just miss the best part of the class, guys? Yeah.